Yeah, Constance is a bit stuck up.
I hope you're up for a challenge.
I poured my heart out into this letter. I'd like you to deliver it to me. To whom, you ask? Well, he's always working his hardest and he's not very upfront with his true feelings, but he's got an adorable way about him. This goes to Cyril, which is hilarious because Cyril can't read. So you basically give him this letter and he's like, thanks. Probably throws it into the nearest bin or something. So yeah. Steel is not a straight upgrade. The problem is steel does more damage than Iron Plus, but it also weighs more. And depending on the strength stat of your character and the speed stat of your character, this means that it might actually lower your attack speed, which in turn will be bad because generally you're better off just doing high speed attacks and doubling people. So steel weapons are not often, like I've used them maybe 3 or 4 times in all of my playthroughs. So yeah, black leather gloves, those belong to Dimitri. This belongs to the Dew.
Did you hear about Flame? It's just one thing after another this year, I swear. Some of the lower ranked knights are searching for her in the town. If they find anything, I'll know.
Can I actually get... Do I have enough items to motivate the Dew and Dimitri? So for the Dew, definitely I have 2, yeah. For Dimitri... Is this from Dimitri or is this from Felix? I am not entirely sure. Let me just look that up real quick. It could be either one of them. I'm not entirely sure. This is the one item where I always confuse who it belongs to, so... Lost items. No, this is Felix. Okay. Good to know.
Hey. I bet Flame ran away. She couldn't stand being held back by Seth any longer. I can empathize. I know what it's like to have an overbearing big brother.
Unfortunately, not quite the same situation.
Flane's gone missing. Where could she be? If it were an ordinary kidnapping, you'd think there'd be a demand for ransom or something by now. I don't like the sound of this.
Okay, that belongs to Dorothea.
If Flame were taken hostage, I expect we would have received demands from the culprit by now. Perhaps this is not a kidnapping at all. Do you suppose she could have simply run away?
I want to say I don't think so, but I think if we choose that's possible, we get more support points, so we'll go with that.
If that is the case, it is unlikely that we will find her anywhere in the monastery.
Because yeah, remember, I'm trying to recruit everybody, so... Oh, we do actually have a support with Constance now. Nice. Clean despite being used. That is Hilda, yeah.
Where could Flame have gone? Do you think she's really been kidnapped? I hear Tomas has been going around asking about her. But he's probably just worried like the rest of us. Though it wasn't just Flame. He was asking about you and Captain Gerald, too.
Actually...
But he's... Though it wasn't...
Let me give you... your hand-drawn map. There you go.
Oh, that's mine.
Have fun, Leonie.
Let's see. When I consider how Seteth must be feeling, my heart breaks. We must find Flame as soon as possible. There are no signs of her having left the monastery, but we cannot safely rule out any possibility just yet. I'm wasting precious time standing about trying to think of a solution. I'll survey the monastery and see what information I can gather. There must be someone who has a clue as to Flane's whereabouts.
Oh, poor Dimitri. You always feel too strongly about such things. There are actually only 2 people we have to talk to in order to finish this quest, but we are of course going to talk to everybody because that's also going to give us extra support point options.
I've heard the monastery is full of secret passages. If there is no sign of Flane's departure, it is possible that she used one of those. Whatever has happened, I hope she is all right.
Hello?
Flane is missing. We should split up and search for her. There isn't a moment to waste. We must find her before it's too late.
About that, Edelgard van Reswerk. When you actually know what's going on, that conversation just becomes so awful, honestly.
I bet I can.
Okay, we got some lost items for you. We have a spotless bandage.
Oh, you found it!
And I think that's it. Yes. Moving on. I wanted to give Dedu his items to motivate him. Oops.
Hey, you.
We're gonna do it on our way back, because we're gonna have to go back there anyway in order to finish the quest.
That is all I can ask. Please, lend me your aid. She would never have left the monastery of her own volition. Why is there not a trace of her to be found?
So yeah, there are 2 people in this entire monastery who can teach you flying. Setef and Manuela, and both of them are not available in this chapter. Which is why I was so adamant, both of them are not available for instructions in this chapter, which is why I was so adamant about getting my flying rank up so early, because I knew that I would not have access to them this time around.
Because of Flane's disappearance, all of the knights are searching non-stop. But we haven't found a single lead. Seteth's face is getting paler by the minute. It's hard to watch.
He has a good reason. That is Hanuman's, yes. Again, we're not giving Hanuman his items because we're going to be able to recruit him for free, so...
Miss Flane's whereabouts are unknown. Pray she is safe. We do not seem to have any leads at present.
And I'm going to try to avoid faculty training this time because we have a special meal event going on, so I just want to do as many recruitment meals as possible.
Reflecting on it now, Flane has always seemed a rather odd person. She appears young, yet there's something about her that seems much older than her years suggest. And she's quite wise, but also surprisingly naive. You might be right. Whatever the case, Seteth seems to care for her more than anything.
And I just realized, even though we're gonna have to start working on the supports for Lysithia. We really have to, because otherwise she's going to be a real pain in the ass to recruit. There are so many people that we have to recruit, so many meals we have to have. Holy Jesus.
Well...
That's why I'm going to try to get as many people motivated via items as I possibly can. At least with lost items, because I want to spend as few meals as possible on my actual students, so that I can instead spend them on the students that I need to recruit.
Really?
What the? Professor! Professor! I saw him. A knight wielding a gigantic scythe. He was just like the rumors say, all covered in jet black armor. It was the Death Knight. I just know it. You don't think he has something to do with Flayn's disappearance, do you?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta wonder just how many pheasants fit into Byleth's stomach, considering how many meals I let her have with all the people.
Hey, Professor, have you seen Manuela? I saw her running off somewhere in a terrible hurry. I wonder if it has anything to do with Flayn's disappearance. Do you know, Professor? Oh, yes. Didn't you know? She was the senior diva in our opera company.
So yeah, technically you only have to talk to...
How did you know I lost this? Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Technically you only have to talk to Dorothea and then to Gerald. In this order.
Flayn was child-napped. That is what you are thinking?
Child-napped?
And the villain is inside our monastery? I must have admittance. One person has been catching my eye. Shamir is a knight not like other knights. Her movements are being reminders of... No. They remind me of Warriors of Brigid. Before she was here, what was she getting up to?
Okay, I just got pinged by somebody. Let me just see what's happening. Okay, nothing important.
Do you really think Flayn was kidnapped? I have a feeling you're right. They really need to find her, and quickly.
Professor, I've only ever spoken to Flayn a handful of times. She always seems so naive about the ways of the world. I'm worried about her. Yes, I'm afraid so. I just hope she comes home safe.
Yeah, I hope so too. Alright, moving on.
Professor!
Well...
Oh, we have a support to watch with somebody. Okay. Constance. Okay, let's go.
Oh, it's only you. Is there some reason you're here? Your gaze was rather piercing for someone who was just looking. Oh, I see now. You found yourself captivated by my charms. This sort of thing happens all the time to those of us blessed with such transcendent beauty.
She is quite something.
If you say so. You seem a trifle stuck on the point, if you ask me. Now then, you may call yourself my tutor if you wish, and I shall attend your classes. But none of this charade will make the idea of a mercenary teaching me any less absurd. What was that look? Are you trying to convey that I'm a mere commoner like yourself? Well, you are correct. Think of me as a temporarily embarrassed noble. Even a gilded wyvern must take refuge in its cave occasionally, but in time, it will soar free once more. I shall fly, bold and beautiful into the skies again. My nobility and all of House Nouvelle shall be restored.
I am so tempted to select this. Because yeah, she is quite full of herself. But no, we're going to go with good luck.
Luck isn't a thing that you can bestow, or that I need. I will do this. When I restore the glory of my house, you may serve me in some menial way. I may even pay you. You would decline the honor of attending to me without a second thought?
Yes.
Say whatever you like, if it makes you feel better. It shall not sway me one way or the other. You look as though you want to say something. Allow me to save you the effort. If you intend to tutor me, I will require you to first prove that time will not be wasted. Show me not just your talent for teaching, but your wisdom, your skill, your mettle, Your sense of authority. Of course! I've been struck by my own genius. You may assist me in my research. That ought to provide a chance for you to grasp the extent of how magnificent I am. It will also afford me the time I need to scrutinize your character. It's a plan so perfect that you can't turn it down, huh?
Can I say no? Can I please say no? Yeah, Constance is very, very, very full of herself.
Nope.
I love this, guys. Like, don't look at me like that. It wasn't me. Like, do you regularly go around kidnapping people? Like, why do you think people would think it is you? Do you have a crush on Flame? Did you get beat up by Sedef? Like, why do you think people would think it was you? Oh man, this guy.
Perhaps. Professor, have you still not found any leads regarding Flame's whereabouts? I have looked everywhere. Not even the knights on guard have seen anything of note. Yes. Let us work together. It reassures me to have you by my side. May the goddess protect dear Flame until she returns to us.
Alright, well, we no longer need battle training from the Pope, so I'm pretty sure we did actually manage to get our required rank. Yes. Sweet.
Hello there. I've served here at Garrick Mach in some capacity or another for several decades now.
But after all that time, even I can't claim to know everything about the layout.
Searching the entire interior of the monastery is a more difficult task than you may think.
It makes you wonder who designed such a titanic compound.
There are fragments of records remaining from its original construction, but none of them name an actual architect.
Alright, notes. If you feel overwhelmed by teaching, just ask me for help. I predict that guiding these imps through their teenage years will be important for Photon's future. Ha, get it? I think this one? No. Oops, sorry. Well, it's not important because we'll be able to auto-recruit Alois. I want to get better at cooking, but I don't know where to start. I wish there was someone who could help me. You should cook with Ash? Perfect. I usually enjoy sweets, but the traditional cakes from Enbar... this is Edelgard's question. Fuck it. Who cares? Traditions are meant to be broken. Doesn't really matter. Like, I can't recruit her anyway, so no matter what I would have picked there. Wouldn't have made a difference. That is Mercedes. Oh, and she has a quest for us. Okay.
Dear goddess, hear my prayer. Please watch over Flame. Please protect her. May I ask a favor?
Alright. We'll make sure we get this little foal into the world safely. This belongs to Rhea, so we're gonna give this back as soon as we can. Actually, let's give it back right now. She's right around the corner anyway, so might as well go there now.
Perhaps. May the god...
Lost items.
Yes, that is surely.
There we go. Thank you. Let's get that support up. Saint statues. Okay, well,
Need something?
to make sure that we do not, like, I don't know how much renown I would normally have right now if I did not have the New Game Plus bonus. So what we're gonna do is just every single week that we explore, we're just gonna, or every single month that we explore, we're just gonna upgrade one of these. So let's start with authority +2. Let's
this
go.
one? You're all set. See you again soon.
Let's just upgrade one. Just to make sure we're not completely overpowered. Also, if you upgrade the XP ones too early, you might get into a situation where you reach level 20, but you're nowhere near the required skill ranks for advanced classes, which is also not good. So, it's probably for the best if we stay away from that for a while. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because I do have the New Game Plus bonus for the Renown, so... I can't exactly say. I have way more Renown right now than I would have at this point in the game. And a little something that I like to do every single time, even though it's not needed, is every single month I like to go and visit Citri's grave. Resting in the warm embrace of cherished memories. Just like, you know, if the cemetery is right around the corner, then you might as well go and visit your mom every single month, you know.
Is something the matter? I see. So, Flame has gone missing. I will do what I can to support the search.
Uh-huh.
It seems that you are a bit suspicious of me. Might I ask your reasons? I was away from the monastery for a few years, but do not forget, I have spent more than 4 decades in total working here at Garrick-Mark Monastery. Yet it was not until recently that I learned that Seteth has a sister. It is only natural to be curious, don't you think? I assure you, there is nothing more to it than that.
Whatever you say, old monk who has been snooping around Abyss.
A moment.
And this one always kills me, the one that goes, a moment please, because that is so obviously Chris Hackney, aka Dimitri.
There have been a lot of rumors swirling around lately about a Death Knight who kidnaps people from the nearby town. You don't think Flame was, you know, do you? Whether the rumors are true or not, I just hope our Flame is safe.
Alright. Letter for Cyril.
I can't believe Flame just disappeared. I don't like it one little bit. Oh, are you here to see someone? Alois and Shamir and all the knights are gonna head into town soon.
We're level 10, we should be able to recruit Cyril. Let's try.
I learned all sorts of things, so I can do as much as possible for Lady Rhea. Cleaning, chopping wood, making feed. Oh, and I'm learning the bow and arrow from Shamir. I'm happy to help you out with anything you need done for your class.
Yes!
You betcha. I'm your guy, Professor. Since, you know, you can't exactly add me to your class or anything.
Cyril is really important to recruit as early as possible because his auto level ups are shit. He has a personal skill that doubles his growth rates. Without the skill, the growth rates are the worst in the game. With the skill, he has the best growth rates in the game. And the auto level up ignores the skill. So he will have shitty stat growth. And also the auto level up is set to level up, I think, bows and axes for him, which those two together don't let you get access into any good master class. So it's really important that you recruit him as soon as possible.
Can't believe Flame. Oh, Alois.
We do have a lost item for him actually. We do have a portrait of Rhea.
Hey, that's mine. Thanks for finding it.
And we need to give him the love letter.
Thanks, Professor.
There we go. So yeah, look at this shit. That's not gonna do anything for him. We are switching you to Lance and Flying, and you're gonna go onto a Wyvern, my young man. So Cyril is basically a very good discount Claude. If you're playing in a route that doesn't have access to Claude, if you're playing Silver Snow or Azure Moon in particular, Cyril is strong in bows and he has a very easy path into Wyvern Rider and Wyvern Lord, so you can basically put him into Wyvern Lord, give him a bow and have a long-ranged Wyvern fighter.
I can only imagine how worried Seteth must be, but Isn't mobilizing the entire Order of Knights a bit excessive? I was originally assigned to investigate those reports of the Death Knight in the town near Garreg Mach. When I think how many more victims that dastard might claim while we're all busy searching for Flayn. I'm sorry, that was insensitive. We're all under a lot of stress right now. It's important that we find her quickly.
I wouldn't say it was insensitive, and the good news is those two things are related, so, you know, you are doing your job. Don't worry about it. Random night.
Let's see.
If Flayn has been taken hostage, then we know she is alive. At least for now. There would be no point to abducting her if simple murder was the objective. That's only logical, Professor.
Yeah, so here is a bit of cheeky game design. If you know what's actually going on, Hubert is the one watching over the entrance where you can find Flayn. Later on, this point will become interactable once you finish this quest, and you can theoretically finish the entire quest line as soon as you have the right information and go here. The problem is it's going to skip the rest of the month, so that's why it's not advisable to do that.